Before going into the topic details, I want to bring your attention to the UPSC coaching programs offered by Clear IAS. Clear IAS offers online and offline courses to help candidates get selected for prestigious government services like IAS, IPS, or IFS. Clear IAS, Prelims cum Mains, PCM course, provides a highly effective study plan, well-organized subject-wise videos, study materials, mock exams, and guidance to cover the entire GS syllabus of UPSC CSE Prelims, Mains, and Interview systematically. As a limited period offer, there is a 40% discount on our online courses. Enroll now.
Supercomputers. Why we have to talk about supercomputers is that we have a supercomputer that is known as Param. The first ever supercomputer was actually Param 8000. That was actually launched in 1991. So from that moment onwards, we almost have around 20 supercomputers. Param Rudra, Param Shakti, Param Jyoti, etc. like that. So recently, our Prime Minister actually recently unveiled 2 Param supercomputers. The name is Param Rudra. That is the topic. That is the current affair event. So when it was actually, just 3 Param Rudra supercomputers that was actually happened recently. So we'll understand where it was actually located. So one is actually in Pune, that is the GEAN meter wave radio telescope. So basically this thing is actually for astronomy. Astronomy means looking up into the space. They look into the black hole, they look into the sun, solar system, etc. like that. So this is a giant meter wave radio telescope in Pune. That particular radio telescope, that system will have one of the Param supercomputers, Param Rudra supercomputers. The second thing is actually about Inter-University Accelerator Center Delhi. They are focusing on different physics and other experiments. And the third thing is actually about the SN Bose National Center for Basic Sciences, Kolkata. Again, basic sciences, physics, all the things, which I'm simply telling the information because these things are not important. That is why I'm simply skipping the information. Just for the sake of a complete current affair knowledge, that is only why I'm telling about these different agencies. The other 2 important things are actually Arka and Arunika. This is actually important. These are 2 names, right? So Arka and Arunika are actually 2 high performance computers which was also released along with the 3 supercomputers. So what is the supercomputer? That is Param Rudra. That is the supercomputer recently launched. We can create a statement. These are the first ever supercomputers ever launched. No. There are more than 20 supercomputers already launched in India. So then next thing is that what is Arka and Arunika? These are high performance computers launched along with the supercomputers. These are the things. So these 3 things, just if you remember these institutions, that is fine. Even if you forget these institutions, it is absolutely okay. No problem. Right. The next thing is actually about the supercomputers itself. So what is actually a supercomputer? How is a supercomputer different from such a computer like this? Fundamentally, if you say, advanced, of course. Basically, they are actually focusing on this thing called parallel tasking. That is, if it is a very large task, actually, if we give that task to the computer, this is a laptop, maybe they can actually definitely do parallel tasking, but a very limited thing. But supercomputers, ideally, the main aim of the supercomputer is parallel tasking. They can divide the last task into multiple modules, actually, small tasks. Even that one small task will not be able to be handled by this computer. So that small task can be parallelly worked together. That is what the concept of supercomputers. Like basically, I am a computer engineer, but we cannot talk those kind of things in our class, right? We are only focused on UPSC. So it's a very basic thing. We students actually come from the science background and non-science background also. So UPSC will not definitely ask you that much core details. So just stick to the very basic things. Parallel tasking is actually the main idea of or the aim of the supercomputers. And the speed of the supercomputers are actually measured in flops. Speed of the supercomputers is actually measured in flops. For example, what is the unit of quantum computing? What is the basic unit of a quantum computer? Qubit, right? So in a normal computing, it is actually bit, and in a quantum computing, it is qubit. So just like that, when we talk about the speed of a computer, we say Mbps, like a kbps, etc. But when you think about a supercomputer, the speed is actually called flops. That is actually one important word which we have to just keep in your mind. Again, no need to go for the abbreviations or full forms because it is definitely will not ever ask in the UPSC exam, right? Maybe in the PSA, state PSA exam, they may ask you which of the first ever supercomputer, who invented the first supercomputer, what is the name of the person, what is the name of the first supercomputer, what is the full form of flops, etc. State PSA may ask. UPSC will never test your memory power like that. It will only ask, test your, what do you say, analytical power. And then next thing is, last but not the least, we have a supercomputing national level supercomputation mission that is from the 2017, and it is actually jointly implemented, jointly overseen by Department of Science and Technology and MeitY means Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. So this is actually Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. So basically it is implemented by CDAC that is in Pune and IISc that is in Bangalore. Indian Institute of Science and Development of Advanced Computing in Pune. And why I just asked you MeitY is because that I already told you before in class that you have to be very regular with some kind of newspaper, be it the Hindu or anything. If you are actually continuously reading the Hindu, you will understand that you don't have to, in your notes, of course, you have to write notes. When you're writing notes, you don't have to write elaborate Department of Science and just DST. You'll automatically understand. When you see the word DST, you know that it is actually Science and Technology. When you see the word MeitY, we just call it MeitY. The aspirants especially call it the word MeitY. When we call it MeitY, it is actually Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Never say that. Just write in your notes, maybe in your answer, if you have to write such things, yes, of course, write in full form. You have to write in bracket also. But when you're reading, why I'm telling you is because of the note making. Importance of note making is actually very crucial. Make sure that you always study the brief short forms so that your notes will be much more efficient and faster.